Hello friends, today we are going to learn about the odd one out related problems in 11 plus exam. If you have yet not subscribed to our channel, I would request to do so. And if you like our content, then please hit the like button so that we can keep coming with such informative videos in future. So the odd one out related question in a non-verbal reasoning section of 11 plus exam are given to identify a shape, figure or pattern that doesn't fit in with rest of the figures given. These type of questions test a student's ability to recognize differences in size, shape, color, orientation and pattern. And the ask is to find the one figure that breaks the pattern or the rule followed by others. So let's quickly see what are the different type of examples we see in a odd one out related questions. So the very first type is a pattern wherein one shape might be having a different pattern from the others. Second type of question we do see is a rotation based question wherein one figure might be having a rotation differently from others, or it is going to show a different direction from others. Third type of question we do see is shading related problem wherein one figure might be having a different shading pattern than rest of the others. And fourth type of example we do see in this type of question is a number of sides and parts different. So the one odd pattern might be having a different number of parts or sides from rest of the images. So let's start looking into the some of the examples. So within a pattern related questions, if we see in this particular example, we do see there are 5 images given here and all of them are having a different size and shapes. This particular option A is having a square with a non-transparent triangle inside. Then we do have a pentagon with semi-transparent square inside. Then we have hexagon with a non-transparent square inside. Then we have quadrilateral shape with a triangle inside. Then we do have a square with non-transparent triangle inside. So in this particular example, we can't judge the odd one out by just shapes because they are all different, and we can't also judge the odd image by a non-transparent or semi-transparent shapes. So we need to find out the pattern in this type of question. So in this question, if we see, the first question is having 4 side shape on top, then inside shape is of 3 sides. Then here if you see, the outer shape is having 5 sides but inner shape is having 4 sides. In this one, if we do see, here we have 6 edges on outer shape but 4 edges into the inner shape. And this image, if you see, we can see 4 edges in outside shape but 3 edges in inside shape. And in this one we can see 4 sides in outer shape and 3 sides in inner shape. So definitely we can see in this example that the outer shape is having one more edge than the inner shape, but option C doesn't match in that category. So that should be the out, odd, odd one out image. If we see the next example, in this particular shape, we can see half of the square is non-transparent and half of the square is transparent. And in that we have a shapes. So first image is having 2 different shapes inside. In this one having same image both side. In this example we have 2 different shapes inside. Here we do have 2 different shapes inside. Here also we do have 2 in shapes differently. So definitely the option B is the one which is not following the pattern. Yeah. So let's move on to the next type of questions wherein we do see a rotation based questions. So this is the first example. In this example, if we see, the arrow is pointing at directions. So let's see what type of directions they are following. So first image is following anti-clockwise direction. Second image is also following anti-clockwise direction. Third image is also following anti-clockwise of direction. Fourth image is also following anti-clockwise of direction. But the fifth image is showing clockwise of direction. So definitely the image E is the odd one out here. Now let's go to the next example. So in this example, if we see, there are arrows pointing into one direction, which is a right side. Here there are arrows which are pointing into the left hand side. Here there is a direction, the direction is downward. Here there is a direction of upward for all the arrows. But in this particular example, if we see, some of them are following into the right hand side, but one arrow is following or pointing towards the left hand side, which looks like a odd one out shape. Yeah. So let's now move into the next example. So the third type of example we see is the shading related one. Let's have a look at example here. So in this particular question, we do see all shapes are similar. They are all star, and inside there is a heart shape, and within heart shape there is a shading. So the shading is in a one direction in all these one except into the last one. Yeah. So that is the odd one out image. Now let's have a look of different image. So in this image we do see a different images inside. Outside it is a square. However, if we see the shading, the inner image is having all of them are having a similar side shading, but the last option is having a different side of shading. So definitely this is the odd one out. Now let's see the next type of example, wherein we do have the number of sides or parts not matching. So in the first example, if we see, there are different shapes. How we can identify a odd one out here? So let's see how many number of sides they have. So this particular image is having three sides, again three sides, again three sides, again three sides. But herein, if we see the number of sides, we do have four. So definitely this one is the odd one out question image. Let's check another example. So to the next example, if we see, we do see a wire with rounds inside it in all of them. So if we see now here, let's count how many number of inner loop they have. So here we have four loops. Here we have five loop. Here again four loop. Here again four loop. Here again four loop. So definitely option B is having five loops, which should be the odd one out here. So that's all into today's video, and see you in the next video. Thank you.